Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I, Jules Cool, was given the honor to present this newly constructed luxury penthouse to you. Credit for the project goes to Jules Cool. Please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, link down below. This 2,180 square block home features 3 lavish bedrooms, 3 full baths, 2 half baths, and comes with an asking price of just under 8 million USD. And now, without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy. Trust me, you don't want to miss 1 second of this tour. The tour begins on the lowest of the floors of the interconnected foyer, spanning over all elevations throughout the south side of the tower. Don't worry, we're gonna talk more about its elaborated details later. And this is where we find the first of many lounge areas, right under the first staircase. Great utilization of the otherwise wasted space. And let me quickly mention how well this painting underlines the vibe of this area. It just works perfectly together with the light, view and architecture to help make this lounge even better. And of course, no lounge area is complete without an attached minibar. This home has so many subtle yet amazing and important details. That's what really separates good from excellent planning. Saving the best for last, we're first going to take a look at the guest wing, which is stunning nonetheless. Both bedrooms are about equal in comfort, however we're only going to tour the one to our right due to its extraordinary bedroom and me not wanting to waste your time. I'll just let this view speak for itself. This suite doesn't just feature all the necessary amenities, but also offers one of the most luxurious guest experiences money can buy. Just look at the dressing bench. The word bench really doesn't do it justice at all, since it's better comparable to a king-size bed. The sheer amount of natural light literally flooding the room at day and the dim glow of the sky at night is indescribable. All of the furniture fulfills the highest quality standards. Most of it was custom made for this property, designed for both looks and comfort. And I quickly want to point out the material palette. It both contains very rough, natural materials such as deep slate, acacia wood and black stone, as well as artificially fabricated modern materials like concrete. In my opinion, this gives the room a very contemporary atmosphere. I just love it about this building. The use of subtle shades of black and grey combined with the occasional splash of green and or white harmonizes beautifully. Now let's take a look at the bathroom I mentioned earlier. This is it. Might not be breathtaking at a first glance, but hear me out. It is designed so that you always have access to vast amounts of natural light from wherever you currently are in the room. Every last detail has a reason for its particular placement, size and shape. All of these elements are just so well balanced. I could spend an hour talking about this room, but I will try to keep this video short. If you want to know more about this penthouse and its every detail, there is a longer video showcasing and explaining the home further. Anyways, this can be concluded as one of the nicest bathrooms I've ever seen so far. Back in the foyer, I quickly want to display the other rooms of this level with a quick cinematic showcase before we ascend to the next level, both physically and metaphorically, because the next story will blow your mind. While walking up the staircase to the second floor of the atrium, I want you to appreciate the atmosphere created by the light. This part of the stairwell doubles as a small gallery, which can be optionally used as a space for conventions, parties and other social events. The entire atrium can be sealed off from the more private living spaces, so it can both serve as a convention area, besides first and foremost being a home. And this is one of the reasons for its many lounge areas, perfect for entertaining guests. Now let's move on to the main general living area of the home, containing the dining room, both kitchens, an adjacent powder room and the living room, which consists of the family room and the TV room. The dining room might be the most minimalistic space, which however doesn't mean that it doesn't contain a wow factor. Everything here is modern, symmetrical and spacious, quite in contrast to the rest of the home. Let's quickly discuss the furniture in this room. The main centerpiece obviously being the giant table, comfortably seating at least 10 people. I love the color palette in this room. The black materials from the table fit together perfectly with the materials of the chairs. Especially the wooden elements from the seats and the lamp give the room the last finish it needs. And that brings us to the lamp. It too was custom made, and the thing about it which actually makes it interesting is the fact that it looks completely different depending on the angle you're currently observing it from. Definitely a cool detail worth the money. And as a last noteworthy decoration, we have the giant double-sided fireplace, continuing through the entire living room. Now let's move on to the chef kitchen, which enables everything you might possibly need while preparing meals, but in case you want to be served home-cooked meals without littering the main kitchen, the staff kitchen can be used, but more on that later. Let's quickly go over the specs of this kitchen. Starting on the left, we have a big sink next to a spacious countertop. Storage space is provided throughout most of the kitchen below the countertops. Big shelf on the top next to a giant cabinet setup with integrated amenities. Plentiful kitchen island equipped with one of the 2 large stoves. Transitioning over to the right, we have the same idea continuing through. Large ovens, tons of shelves, cabinets and countertops, and most importantly an industrial-sized fridge. Continuing on to the staff kitchen, again, it too contains everything necessary, so let's not waste time discussing it. One detail that displays the amount of planning that went into this place, which I want to mention here, is the door. Why, you may ask? So that the staff can enter and exit the kitchen without causing inconveniences for the residents and guests in the main living space, and so that guests in the atrium can be served without having to open the doors to the private residential space. Next up is the living room, and make sure to sit down before you venture further, because this might just blow you away. I actually don't want to talk too much about this room, I simply wanted to appreciate its beauty, its every carefully chosen detail, its color palette, its atmosphere and its lighting. However, I do want to mention some elements, starting with this beautiful and unique rug shed. It gives the otherwise rather bored-looking room the subtle geometric details it lacked. This is truly one of a kind. And secondly, I want to address this art piece, which is integrated into the double-sided fireplace. That splash of color makes this room nicer and more comfortable. It provides character that would otherwise not exist with a purely black and white color palette. Excelling use of complementary color for sure. And I personally think it highlights the color of the sky very well, reminding one of what this home is all about. Oh, and yes, the construction of this room was a challenge in its own right, yet it really did pay off. The height and the atmosphere it creates is worth every penny. It just does give that feeling you would want from a modern penthouse like this. A very, very special feeling. A gem of stylish urban living. It simply unites you with the sky. Some of you might have already spotted this lounge area up there, and don't worry, we will get to that in the next part of this video series. Yes, that is right, this video had to be divided into 2 parts because of its length, and we did save the best for the second part, so if you like this video make sure to watch part 2, but don't click off yet. Please. Give me a second. The algorithm doesn't like you clicking off now. Link to part 2 is in the description. Please consider subscribing to our channel and liking the video for more content like this. I hope this video improved your day and perhaps gave you some inspiration for your own builds. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.